sets of 4, it'll help your convergence a lot. And it'll help your eye levels and all the other things. Okay, so now that I've got this one over here, I'm gonna eyeball where do I think my other side is, and that feels about right to me. Now you'll notice I'm drawing this light because I may make a mistake, and then I want to be able to fix it, and I'm going to do a finish pass over this too. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this in the morning class, but you won't be able to do this right away. But in time, I want you guys to be able to sketch a cube like this in about 2 minutes. You know, if you're just ripping through it. Last semester, the class was curious how fast I actually drew them, and I was too, and so I had someone time me, and I was coming in at about a minute, you know, to do one. But 2 minutes would be a good rate of speed. If you're drawing too slow, you're not going to have much authority in your line. It's going to get wobbly. We'll see that in a bit. Okay, now at this point, now that I've got this side, now I can extrude them going the other direction. And again, I'm going to start on the outer one first and watch these two as I draw this one. See that? Okay, see that first one? It would have hit too quickly. I need to draw it a little more shallow like that. And then same thing with this one. Maybe not. I thought I had a mistake. Okay, and then once I've got that in, I've got a found vertical back here. And that feels like a pretty good cube to me. Maybe a tiny bit tall, I'll find out in a second. But that feels pretty good to me. Okay, so now I'm going to firm it up a little bit. And by firming it up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this is where I want you to be thinking about line weight. You know, I've looked at it, I kind of trust it. Oh, and actually, let me do one other thing. I forgot to tell you guys this step. So how am I judging some of these? The way I'm judging these is, I may guess at this one, and I may guess at this side. But what's going to happen is, I'm guessing at these two sides. This side is constructed from those two, and this is going to reveal my mistake, or vice versa. You see what I mean? So, if you're trying to find a mistake in a side, actually, the best way to find the mistake is look at the side next to it. See if it looks too long, because it's a balancing thing. You need all 6 of these sides to look correct. You know, so when I'm looking at these, I'm trusting these, so we'll go ahead. Anyway, so when I firm it up, here's what I'm doing. I'm starting at a corner, and I'm just drawing a quick dark line in towards the center of the side, you know, to give it a nice crispness. So and I'm rotating the pencil with every stroke.
When you were doing the lines that were more light, would you still rotate the pencil?
Yes. I do it just kind of out of habit. I can't stop. I have to consciously not do it, you know, because it's ingrained at this point. But I would do it all the time whenever you guys draw. It's just, again, one of those stupid human tricks that let you avoid the pencil sharpener as long as possible. It's not that it's really that big of an issue, but if you're trying to do mechanical drawings like this, you do want to have a nice sharp pencil tool. Anyway, so you guys, I would do that, and also don't forget to kind of firm up these lines as well. You're not going to make them, you don't want to make them as dark, obviously, because, you know, they're supposed to be the hidden lines. But that's a decent cube. You know, I can live by that. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to do it, and you're going to think, wow, I did a good job, I love it. And then here's what you're going to do. You're going to go, crap. Because as soon as you rotate it, you're going to start seeing things like, is anything bugging? You know, I'm bugged. I'm going to fix something. Yeah, it's a little too tall from this angle. I want to trim it. You see what I mean? So when you have what you think is a good cube, and then when you rotate it, your bias does not rotate with it. And so by doing this, and also let's say you get it all perfect, and you think, I rotated it, it's great. Okay? Now look at it again. You're probably going to find more mistakes and rotate it. In reverse, you're going to see problems. Now, so here's how I want you to do the homework, basically. I want you to do that, okay? And then, you know, get it as good as you can, do one of them, then flip the page over after you've checked for everything, and then, oh man, I made mistakes. Take a different color and fix it. So in this case, the fix I'm gonna make is I'm just gonna trim this side a little bit. That's the mistake that I see. But as you can see, that mistake cascades through the entire drawing. You've got to fix all the sides because you're you know, fixing it in 3D, basically. So you end up with that. You know, when I look at this, okay, yeah, I like that better, that was a good fix. All right? So, you guys, that's one cube. I want about 5 to a sheet. And all told, I want 20. Okay?
20 sheets or 20 cubes?
Cubes. Good question.
20 sheets of fine.
That would be brutal.
That's it, like, oh, let's look at the
Yeah.
the equal one.
Anyway, but does that make sense to you guys? Does it, okay, now, we've got to do this in a little bit of a hurry.